Hello, welcome. This is John RMS, aka Ace Bullion, not hiding behind the screen, not hiding behind any kind of weird cameras, etc., etc. Hashtag Revolt, what is it? Well, I'm about to fill you in. And It's one of those things that, yeah, I've had enough. I think I finally reached my utter limit. As you do. It's one of those things, right? You reach your limit, you give up, and then you start looking to see what is realistic and what is fake. And I'm tired of disinformation, tired of fake information. So we shall explore. Let's see here. There we go. Get rid of that. Now, for most of you guys, you're going to be asleep. That's cool. I get it. But what is hashtag revolt? Hashtag revolt is actually telling the truth about, well, the thing that's probably going to shut this channel down, if anything else. Yes, that's right. The horrible thing, pandemic. Oh, I dare I say that. Well, this channel's, this video is not going to be monetized. Yeah, finally have lost it with disinformation, fake facts. You can go on, but I hope all of you guys are being safe. That's still a big thing. Be safe, be sensible, and make sure that you're doing well. Rob, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. No doubt you would have probably seen my Facebook page as well. Yes, I will be putting a hashtag revolt on the back of my Jeep because I'm dead serious about doing this. That's right, I am. So I've been in contact with a number of people. I have doctors, I have nurses, I have pharmaceutical staff, I have lab technicians, all good friends of mine, medics, etc. And I think the UK has finally lost the plot. Judith, hello, hello, hello. Yes, it is good afternoon. Haha, ho, ho, ho. Um, and Anyway, it turns out that the government is actually banned. You cannot drive from England to Scotland. Funny thing is, they can't enforce it. Now, unless you're in one of the tier 4 cities, which is still, that's another joke. The police have zero powers to do anything unless you actually test positive for the novel, virus thing. And it really is kind of a sad state. For the most part, the UK, Wales, Scotland, England, we've just been compliant. We've sat there and thought, enough's enough. For me, I've just had enough. Today was not today. Yesterday was final straw that broke the camel's back, so to speak. And when my family couldn't go to Scotland, they've all made plans. Everything was going to happen. They knew they were going to be isolated. We kind of figured, there might be some ups and downs, different turns. No, that's it. That's just truly it. So what do I plan to do? Well, you're going to see some videos of me driving around in my Jeep for a start. And I may be giving the old 2 fingers, or 1 finger if you're American, to a lot of things. And I want to see if anyone actually pulls me over. It's going to be a joke. Bill the Tilser, how are you? I think everyone needs to take precautions regardless of what we do, right? I think everyone needs to take precautions and, still observe a 2-meter rule, wash your hands, wear masks, be safe, do everything as it is. I also think that this disinformation is a huge part of a scaremongering process, and that you'll find it everywhere. You look on the web, you're going to find out that the vaccine will give you, I don't know, X, Y, Z. the vaccine will also make you sterile. The vaccine is going to be a miracle. You're going to be, cured. Well, I received a text as well yesterday. So when it's my turn, I'm going to get the dang job. I don't care. I'm going to get it. It's just another method, okay? If there was a real problem, if there was a lot of issues where people were having issues such as anaphylactic shocks or having severe issues, no drug company, no health professional would administer, and of course there'd be what we call a red ticket going all the way through the board. So on that basis, the vaccine that is being administered right now is relatively safe. As in, you know what, it's probably about, I'm not going to put a number on it, but I would say at least 90% safe. There is a percentage group, and we're going to find that. Did I miss Silver Scorpion? Well, welcome. What was that here? The police do tend to enforce not crossing the border. Well, you know what? They would have to stop me and ask me. And the legal basis behind it is they actually have zero. You can look this up yourself. Go to gov.uk. Look at what the police have for legalities wise. Now, as I said, this is something that's quite bizarre. It's quite an interesting thing. The police have zero rights to do anything. They can stop, they can harass you, basically. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's what it is. But if you have a reason already set, you have a reason, then you're going to be fine. They park up. Yeah, probably right on that border where it says Scotland and England. Yes, I know. I've been there many of times, or Newcastle, or wherever. It'll be there. I don't care. But hey, if they pull me over, I'll have video footage from the front and rear and inside of my vehicle. So it will be super interesting. No, I think Judith is up in Scotland, Bill. Thing is, I'm not afraid to drive. I seriously, I'm not afraid to drive to Scotland. I'm actually this close to doing it. If you are a friend of mine or a family member of mine, or whatever, and you know me, you're gonna see my Facebook page, and you'll see the doctors and nurses and so on and so forth have actually already, bingo, they're all on board with this. We're sick of it. We are genuinely sick of it. I got some interesting case bits here. This is quite interesting. So since when the whole thing kind of hit the fan. Oh man, I meant to shut that off. Sorry about this. Hold on. That's just telling me that it's the weather. We go all the way back to March 2002, okay? Now there have been about 2 million cases, out of which, sadly, there's been 67,000 and a bit who have died. Okay. Total cases worldwide have gone from 76.4 million to 1.6. And, you're thinking, what the... There's no rain here either, Bill. So yeah, and you're thinking, what the heck is going on? So percentage-wise, what are we really looking at? Well, very simply, if you're in the US, and bear in mind things are changing, less than 2%, if you caught it, okay? You have a less than 2% chance of dying. Fact. Okay? That does not factor in, so no disinformation here, age, pre-existing medical conditions, so on and so forth. Okay, there's a lot that actually impacts it, but there's a 2%, just under 2% chance of death. And in the UK here, We are just over 3% chance. Again, you know, which goes to show you one thing. And this I actually find quite interesting because a lot of you guys may not be aware of this. In the USA, if you have or suspect to have, this virus, you can get tested in a lot of different places. In the UK, it's extremely hard. Since it's now hit London, oh my God, everything's hit the fan. Well, they can go up themselves, really, quite frankly. Uh, Hector, my friend, how are you doing, buddy? So, I have lost friends. Please understand this. I've actually lost friends personally, and I made a post or several bits in here where I opened up my heart and I said how just sick and tired I am of this. The friends that I lost were primarily frontline staff that were doing this day in, day out, recovered, came back, day in, day out, and the next thing you know, their immune system eventually just too much for them. Here's another interesting point. Well done. I'm negative as well, so I don't really, yeah. It's yeah, it's interesting. But anyway, so here's the whole thing. This mutated virus has now gone to the point where if well, it's now spread primarily amongst children, teenagers and children. And okay, although preventative measures are fine as a parent, okay? And as a parent where both of my children, one a teenager, one 10 years old, had both had to self-isolate because someone in their class or bubble has caught the virus, okay? Both of them, by the way, are fine. They survived. But here's the thing. Teachers are being forced to still have to teach a classroom. And to a degree, I can understand that. And I'll get to that in a second. But teachers have put and said, no, we're sorry, you have to teach. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't teach, but we have, with Teams and everything else that's gone through, there's sufficient things where a teacher does not need to teach. If they really wanted to be, well, even more jerks than what they currently are. And you just got to wonder about this, It's not practical. And overall, we're putting more fear into everybody. What the heck did I say? So you heard on news that the UK is identified? Yes, and that's exactly what I'm talking about at the moment, bud. So yeah, but believe it or not, it's already in the USA. Did you know that? It's actually in the USA as well. And it's in Scotland, it's in Italy, it's in Europe. We've already identified it. So with viruses, they tend to mutate. That is fact. No lying. Now, they can mutate for the better or worse. Now, this virus that's mutated has not gotten any stronger. In fact, it's probably gotten a bit weaker. Now, that's speculation. I will admit that. But it does mean that the rate of transmission, how it's spread, is far more easily able to spread than the previous mutation or the previous version. Okay. Hands up if any one of you guys know about the pandemic from 1919. Curious. I'd like to see hands on the screen now. 1919 pandemic. Worldwide. Anyone know about it? And I'll wait for any kind of likes. Nope. Okay. Well, H1N1. Believe it or not, that's what it was. What are we on right now? As of today, H2N2. Well done for you, Hector. H2N2. So, has the pandemic actually gone away? No. Has it mutated? Yes. Have we actually dealt with it fully? No. But have we moved on with our lives and actually done stuff? Yes. We took initial action back in about the 30s. It took them a long time. And during, the Second World War as well, I mean, Jesus wept. They went through heck and back, and I'm really trying to PG this down so that YouTube doesn't just shut this channel straight down for this. So H1N1 was first identified in 1919, first global pandemic, and it caused huge amounts of casualties. All right. So what is this lockdown thing? Well, here in the UK versus US, okay? US, you kind of have to, in the US, I mean, to be fair, my friends move about. We're not talking about a chemicals breakdown, buddy. But here, back in the US, you can, to a degree, you can move about fairly easily. What they're doing here in the UK, this is why I put hashtag Revolt, is they're actually trying to say, no, you guys all need to stay inside your house, period. You can't mix with anybody, period. You can mix, but hold on, wait a minute, hold on. You can mix with them on Christmas Day. That's all right, Lincoln, man. You're just in time, so please just have fun and join in, bud. You can mix with them on Christmas Day from 0001 Christmas Day to 2359.59. At which point you should be, that's it. And only one other household. Okay, right. That's not practical, especially when, of course, most of my family for a start are in America. In fact, all of my family are in America, apart from the family that I have in Scotland. By the way, I was going to stay here anyway. Absolutely, Rob. We are losing our human rights. We're losing our dignity. We're losing everything than what we are and who we are. We need to be able to make our own choices, but we need to be able to make our choices by following the basic rules that should be set out. Common sense rules, period. So still, mask, hands, distance, simple. Okay? Mask, hands, distance, simple. No problem with that. Okay? Do you know how many suicide deaths? This was horrific. This year, okay, a quarter of the death that were marked as the whole, pandemic thing, okay? There's a huge spike of deaths. And it came to, so far, and this was on the 4th of December, okay? So it's only week 49. 12,303. 12,303, okay? Remember that. Take away 67,075. More people are dying because they're stuck at home. They can't see anybody. They're getting frustrated. They're getting, they're being isolated. They're being sheltered. They have no income. They can't support their families. Luckily, we're in a good position to do so. But that's not the point. This is a broader spectrum that I'm prolonging here. The virus itself hasn't killed me yet, and I've received a ton of mail, letters, posts, interacted with people. Okay, I've kept my distance, I've worn a mask, I've done everything else. Now, right, let me tell you first off, because I don't want to just give out BS facts. Deaths. Now that's from the Office of National Statistics. Okay, I could turn the camera around, but it's from the Office of National Statistics. The mortality rate figures that I'm giving you, that comes from the Johns Hopkins, the C word, okay, Resource Center, okay? And the number of cases actually comes from Google itself, which is, who the heck knows, because here's the reality as well. If someone had died of this pandemic, guess what they're not doing? They're not doing autopsies. They're not letting you, of course, see your family members or anything else. And there is a reason for that. A lot of coroners had passed away because they caught it after, the deceased. The host, gene moved on to the coroner. Coroners caught it. They passed away. You could see how that affects things. So I understand that, but when they don't even do something simple like take a blood test, at least for God's sakes, you can still take a blood test and be safe before putting someone in the ground or cremating them, period. So that bugs the donkeys out of me. So I don't believe for a second that the case levels are that high. I have not seen proof because if someone dies in a nursing home, a care home, or a care facility, whatever you may call it, they're actually just marking them as you name it. As you can tell, this is a rant. It's a bit more than a rant because it's a true bit of fact. I've been kept very sane for a while thanks to you guys. You guys have been on here and you guys have been very supportive. And I've kept busy by silver pouring, being creative, doing lots of different things. Yep, some factors have affected my current outlook on life. Colonel, bless him, bless all us. Yes, I will, by the way, get to doing something. Everyone that has messaged me, everyone that's contacted me regarding trying to help out Alice, thank you so much. Exactly, Rob. Because everyone, I will be doing something. Don't know what it is yet. We're going to find a way to do something. Basically, I want one pot where it can actually be shown, physically shown, okay? And I want Alice to have it. I don't want to have a thing where, too many people get their hands messed up. If you trust me, fine, that's great. If not, that's cool. Move on as far as, what I'm planning to do, at least for Alice. That's absolutely cool because I'm not pushing anybody into doing this. And Colonel was a great friend of mine. He was probably a great friend of a lot of you guys as well. It was just last year. I was looking at it back in March last year, 2019. And, I was up to 500 subscribers or getting there, do my giveaway. Just a silly idea. Anyway, thank you, Rob. I will put together something. I haven't thought of it in full details yet. And if any of you guys know me, yeah. For those who know me, actually, you're going to know I'm going to be meticulous about things. I like to have perfect notes. I want to be able to keep it and to show it to everybody and to prove it. That way everyone knows without a shadow of a doubt, every single cent is going to Alice, period. No offense, but to coconuts. So going back on to the other thing, because I am laughing at what Lincoln had wrote, and cured heart disease. Well, it could be coronary heart disease. Why not? So facts and figures, folks. Let me tell you, the number of people not going to the hospital is insane. All of these things about overwhelming hospitals. Fact, at this time of year, the hospital staff is actually acting just slightly over. No, actually, they're acting at about the normal capacity. In fact, it's probably a little bit less, to be honest with you. But they're acting slightly over the reach because they've had to separate part of the hospital to have another ward, another complete isolated unit for these cases. That's what's really happening. So the staff are having to bounce and bounce, and they're actually understaffed in the sense that they can't really bounce from that unit to that unit. Hold on a minute here. You're wondering about some other things. What about operations and procedures and so on and so forth? Surgeons, anesthesiologists, technicians, okay? Seriously. they've actually jumped in to help. Now, I give everyone praise. Seriously, I do. I love the NHS. You guys know I work with the NHS, work for the NHS. I was a paramedic. Also, registered in Connecticut as well. So, full respect to all the responders and all the medical technicians out there. Hey, Grace, how are you, my dear? Lots of love. Who are going through and doing all of this. However, they're stopping, no matter where you are in the world, they're stopping pretty much basic surgical procedures. And with things like that, people are actually dying. You're not being able, despite the TV adverts, you're not being able to really get a cancer check. If you live in the UK, call up a doctor. Tell them about anything. I don't give a dang. Say you got a sore elbow, Call up a doctor. Would you actually see a doctor? No. That's the sad part. That's the sad truth. I know for a fact my GP surgery was one of the best surgeries that I've ever had the pleasure to be around and to be involved with. Now, nope. But all surgeries are like that. What about dental? No. Unless you're in severe agony, you're not going to have a dental treatment. Not here in the UK. This kind of stuff needs to stop, period. There is a certain point of which I think all of us need to kind of wake up, realize what's going on, or perhaps this is just me and my rant, and say enough is enough. Exactly. You need to fill in a form. Take a questionnaire. I mean, I can actually go online and I can actually show you, but that would, of course, give away my personal details, right? I don't want my medical details shown all over the place. And it is ridiculous. Now, I don't really know how to put it. It really is annoying. It's frustrating as heck. The bottom number is that this virus is not what's killing us. And you know what? It's not even really the government who's doing this. It's all of these fake outlets that are coming from all over the place. And even the government, sadly, are falling for these fake outlets because they're giving in to this demand of, hey, look, ooh, need to do this. No. Get the facts right. For God's sake, you're the damn government. Wake up. Period. And in America's sake, get someone who can actually do the dang job. You know what? I give huge amount of praise and respect to Mike Pence, Vice President Mike Pence. I don't like the guy at all. I think he's a complete tool. I usually keep politics off this program. But Mike Pence, Dr. Fauci, everyone who had the vaccine yesterday, if you guys missed it live, guess what? Well done them. They took the vaccine along with a number of people from all ethnic backgrounds to prove it's safe. So if your time comes, take the damn vaccine. If you're afraid of it, ask a question. Doesn't hurt. Ask the question. Yeah, 14 to level the curve. Yeah, because they're going to know exactly. I mean, hey, New Year, Happy New Year. Guess what? All the celebrations, all those businesses that have worked up super dang hard to do everything, you shut down, I'm afraid. That's how it's going to happen. So business owners are suffering, period. The only people that are, gaining financial money are people like, the Royal Mail, for instance, USPS, UPS, FedEx. Oh, Jesus Christ. You get my idea, right? And even they can't handle to do the damn jobs properly, period. They're getting all this money because everyone's stuck having to buy stuff from home. And yet you get a next day delivery. Now, whoa, stop. Here's an interesting fact. Next day delivery. That means someone's handled it less than 24 hours before that. That also means that the virus could still be active. Oh my God. Should we shut down all services around the world? Let's just stop everything. Everyone bunker up, pretend that our houses, our homes, our cardboard boxes, whatever the heck you may want to have, and say, look, we now need to bunker down for 3 to 4 days, and that's it. 2022, yeah, exactly. I've heard that as well. The joke. Grace, go for it. Seriously, please, please, please go for it. If you get the opportunity, don't miss it. If you have a question, email me, I'll call you, I'll speak to you, but I personally say go for it, ask questions if you're unsure. Okay? They've had a huge trial. In fact, they had a huge trial on people, real people across the world. The trial went successfully. A couple of cases were cases of people who had an allergic reaction. Cash and Coins, welcome to the stream. You're in a perfect rant situation. Good afternoon, good morning. And it's seriously one of those things of, oh my God, ask a simple question. I mean, there's something in it. Let's take penicillin, for instance, okay? Who's allergic to penicillin? Because there probably will be a large percentage, or at least a percentage of people allergic to a medication or drug. And guess what? If you are one of those and it has that as an active ingredient in it, then they're not going to give it to you, and that's it. It's very simple. Right. Well, see, and that's where you need to ask the question, because there will be a questionnaire before you take it. Trust me, go. They're not just going to say, okay, line up. There is a questionnaire available, and there are people to answer those questions. Allergic reactions are something that is known. So you cannot take, I presume, penicillin, Grace. That's going to be a fact. I mean, chances are you're probably allergic to eggs as well, or the egg shells, because you got shellfish on there. So penicillin variants, they won't probably give you. Let's see here. Yeah. Bradley Height, welcome. Mad Rant. We're having some good fun here, actually. I haven't actually had a good rant like this in a while. Yep. Well, there you go. See? So ask the question before you have a job. Very simple. One of the funniest things that I've heard is that, anyone with any type of allergic reactions, oh my God, it's going to kill you. That is what I've heard. That is a load of BS. Period. BS. I'm sure you guys can figure out what that, those two letters mean. But of course, it's always important. Blue. Welcome, bud. It's always important to ask questions before you have that job. Not because, of anything else, but it's your safety more than anything else. And they will be able to answer it. So if you tell them what you're allergic to, what you're taking, blah, 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 your surgery will already know for the most part. But double check. Don't assume that they have everything there. Double check. Now, a lot of you guys, when I first said this to a few of you, you guys were kind of confused. The vaccine that comes is actually in one ampule. However, they need to then mix it with another ampule. Yep. And then the chemist mixes them, puts them into the syringe. The nurse, and there's a doctor on standby usually, administers it. You get a little sticker. and that's it. Well done. So it is one of those things you're not. It's so easy to get done. I think the sooner we get over this and the sooner we do this, the more we can just say blah to the, to the government. I actually got so annoyed. I tagged in Boris Johnson and I tagged in Nicola Sturgeon to two separate posts, basically saying you guys are idiots. Yeah. I don't know who's advising either of them, but quite frankly, um, it's a joke. I mean, for a start, our health minister here in the UK is actually a financial advisor, and the financial advisor is the health. Sorry, the one who's acting as a financial advisor is actually qualified as a doctor or something medical. What the is wrong with that scenario? Hey, hold on a minute here. I specialize in aircraft engines, but let me take a look at your boat. What? Hold on a minute here. You specialize in a tiny part. You want to look at this? Okay. No. Uh, just get it done, man. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm gonna roll up this damn arm. I'm gonna have it done and say, job me, man. I'm gonna film the whole dang thing as well. I don't care. Once it's ready, it's ready. I'm gonna do it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. As I said, I'm living in a house with two children, one 13, one 10, and a teacher. Hmm. I am probably at one of the highest bloody risks to catch it from a third party source, and I haven't gone out of the house. How ridiculous is that? So, this hashtag revolt, I've given up. I'm going to start heading out. I'm going to start having fun. I'm going to start living and enjoying myself. Ah. So, to the world broke. Yep. We need to reset. Absolutely. Allergic to needles. Oh my God. Really? See, that's the funny bit. And the difference between America versus the UK, and this really is a whole thing. If you were stuck here in the UK, as an American, by the way, I'm outraged, beyond outraged. I kind of just sat here politely and adhered to these rules, which are baloney. And I thought, well, okay, I will let them basically do whatever the heck they want and do it. We're almost a year into this now, and it almost feels as if there's a nefarious reason for them doing it. Now, the minute that London got hit really badly, they gave it a timeline, a curfew. By the way, there's a movie called Curfew. It's freaking hilarious. Watch it. Don't watch it if you're afraid of scary films, but it is freaking hilarious. And basically, by a certain point, then you get all these kind of zombie-esque creatures that have mutated from a virus. Seriously, and this is an older movie. And they come out and play. So, so it's basically when sun sets, sun goes, and it's called Curfew. It's an amazing movie. It's funny as heck. Never thought I'd actually have to use that in any kind of context, but it's exactly what. And by the way, it's set in the UK. That's pretty much what the UK government has done. I'm just waiting for them to set up checkpoints like they have done in that movie, where you get these big barbed wires and everything else, like a military style. It's silly. um, absolutely. Um, so Carl, how are you, man? You're actually live. You're watching it live. So Yeah, so you take a look at what the government is doing, and it's just crazy. You know, it's basically, hey, let's just put you in your house, make you not move unless you have a very valid reason. But if we catch you going out, we're going to stop you. Earlier this year, this summer, okay, they actually said you're not allowed to ride your motorcycle. They actually banned motorcycles from the road unless that was your only means of transport. Well, a lot of my friends who are doctors, nurses, x ray technicians, so on and so forth, only rode their motorcycles to work. Hilarious. And they got pulled over daily. It was freaking awesome. Loved every minute of it. They had it on dash cams. It was just funny. And a couple of them got tickets. So, um, but guess what? Those tickets got squashed. 44 tickets were issued during this period. Seriously, 44 tickets were issued during this period. Every 44 tickets were squashed. Not one of them were upheld. Not one of them could be backed by law. Yep, that's right. Because the government actually hasn't made it a law, because if they did make it a law, they'd have to verify and back up everything with the facts. They can't do that. Yes, it is a pandemic. Yes, we need to do wash your hands, keep a safe distance, okay? And wear a mask. Very simple. If we do that, we're going to have a basic normal life. But to ban travel, to ban stuff, oh, you're starting now. Well, effectively, what they've done is they've actually pushed my entire thing of saying what I thought you were doing was right to now you're actually doing everything completely wrong and illegally wrong. And you have no basis. If I drive my Jeep, if I drive my motorcycle, God forbid if it works, then, you have zero right to do anything. I mean, you can't, unless, of course, I have it and I'm deliberately out trying to spread it around. Absolutely full push, man. I mean, that is silly. Um, but again, wearing a mask, at the end of the day, so what? It's just wearing a mask. There's many different styles. There's some that are really tight and constricting. There's some that are just like a big face shield. You're fine. There's one to suit everybody. Yep. I mean, they've been found in it. This has already been found in animals. It's been found in cat. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's so stupid, but it's been found in cats. It's been found in dogs. These are facts. So it's not just humans. It's other mammals. I mentioned that once before on my channel. Um, Taking essential employees riding. Yeah. Well, eh, it's just stupid. And I mean, they can't do what they're doing. There is zero legal ground for them to do it. Zero, period, zero in the UK. Now, I make it clear in the UK because I know the US, each state to state has their own governing rules. Martin, man. Yep. See, I wear my mask. Hold on. Let me go hobble and grab the dang thing. And I wear it with pride. And I'm hobbling my way back to Massachusetts. Something like that. I don't know. See, so I got my famous Ace Bullion mask. So I always stick it on. Feel like a gangster here. I could talk, I could do everything fine. It's a bit muffled. There you go. But wearing a mask, it does help something. There's there's a funny bit going around that if everyone was naked and someone pees on you, okay, you're gonna get wet. But if you were wearing clothes and he pees on you, you're gonna get still wet. However, if he was wearing clothes and you're wearing clothes, guess what? You're not getting wet at all. So yeah, he's just gonna pee himself. Get into line number. Oh, prison. Well, there's different forms, Bradley. So you know what? If you can't stand it, get a different form. And if it doesn't work, then that's fine, man. I seriously don't have a problem. Don't wear a mask. You're in a different country anyway, man. Seriously. Um, but at the end of the day, a mask or a face shield and washing your hands and keeping a safe distance, you're gonna be fine. But the mask is only there to protect others. It's not there to protect yourself. So, on that bit, I understand where you're potentially coming from. So, a lot of people think by wearing a mask, you're protecting yourself. No, you're protecting others who may have, just in case you have it. And that's all it's for. If they worked really hard, they would construct them. Full plus, yeah, there's a bunch of them actually that do. The whole basis being, okay, take a mask, any mask, take a garden hose, spray it. Guess what? It's not going to penetrate. And if it does penetrate, it'll just penetrate through. Your heaviest sneeze or your heaviest cough still will not get through that mask. That's what it's for. The mask then needs to be cleaned or recycled or whatever safely. Um, no, it's definitely not by doing your part whatsoever. You are genuinely protecting other people in case you've caught it. That's a fact. It will not protect you from getting it. So you can still inhale it. And one of the things that bugs the donkeys out of me, how many people have you seen wear a mask like this? This is going to do a lot of good for you, isn't it? Hmm. Yeah. That won't do anything at all. Oh, thanks, Cash. I mean, look, I'm not trying to tell people to do something or not to do something. What I am trying to say is, look, I'm tired of people saying that we need to obey. This is the facts. The facts are the mask will save lives. That is a fact. It's a fact that, is backed up. How will it save life? Well, you could contract it at any point, but you get a negative result, but the next 10 minutes, someone's passed it to you, you're spreading it. So wearing a mask, that helps. Washing your hands, that helps. Keeping a distance, that helps. Stopping, basically condemning yourself for getting locked into your own house. That's not going to help anybody. That is just going to make the government feel better, like they've made a strong point on this entire subject, and basically they're imprisoning you, and that's wrong. Those who feel those who have been doing everything that I've been doing for the entire year so far, and I've actually stayed in all year. Um, it's one of those things. It's incredibly annoying now to see that you still can't mix with family or whatever, no matter where they are in the UK. And you know that's a personal choice because it's just going to be them. Because hey, let's let's take my family for instance. They wear masks at all times, both on both parts. um, to wash their hands, to keep distances, so on and so forth. And guess what? It's fine. Bradley says that your older brother is in ICU right now after catching this virus from a coworker. That's horrible. At the DMV, I can bring up a subject about that. I'll guarantee why. And he always wears a mask and washes his hands regularly. Yep, you have a valid point there, sir. And I'll actually back this up. DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, for those in the UK, I'm going to clarify that matter there. One, it is not a highly vented place, period. Okay? Secondly, yes, you could put up all these fake barriers. That's why most of the businesses here in the UK closed down and decided to do stuff separately. And by the way, Bradley, yes, as well. I really hope your brother, recuperates fine. Um, but here's the thing that is really, kind of annoying, is that the mask there that he's wearing is protecting other people, not protecting himself. So how many people went into the DMV not wearing a mask? That's what I'm curious about. And Bradley, man, keep me informed. You got my personal details, bud. So keep me informed. That's the thing that bugs me. And the DMV always has been jam packed, full, nonstop. Um, it just takes one quick second to go. You're filling in a form like an itch, and next thing you know, you're sweating because you're wearing a mask. That sweat now is entered because it goes for over well, it says 48 to 72 hours. So next thing you know, you can get it. This is why I just find it stupid. I mean, non-essential businesses, such as smaller supermarkets and everything else, are closing down, allowing the big corporations to continue. When the big corporations, quite frankly, are a big no-no. I'd much rather be in a smaller supermarket where there's less people. Oh, call, man. That's so okay. I assume what you did is you took your delivery, you dropped it off at their door, you stepped back, you waited for that person, and then you're outside, and stayed clear. I mean, that's how things work here at the end of the day. You need to keep back. I mean, my postman, bless him, he's actually now on board, believe it or not. I can't tell you anything about him, but he he's pretty much at this, it's a load of rubbish. Um, but yeah, first off, picks, welcome. Watch my videos. That'll give you a clue. That's not what this video is about, buddy. Um, let's see here. So, not really concerned about the fatality. Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you there, Full Plush Man. It's ridiculous. Um, it's always hilarious that when something hits home, literally home, okay, do people actually take action? Now, take me. Here you go. Here, prime example here. This has affected me and my family. I lost it yesterday. I'm keeping a relatively calm, cool composure whilst I'm doing this. Um, and whilst I may not agree with everyone's here, I'm actually given factual information, period. I refuse to deflect and give some kind of fictitious BS. Um, but you take a look and you look at where it's affected. Well, when it affected President Donald Trump, okay, I think that's the first time you ever heard me say president. Oh my God. And then, of course, what did he do? He made a damn joke of it. Come on, wake up. For Christ's sakes, you were out of breath when you came back from the White House. You took your mask off on the balcony. You we saw that. It was live. I could repeat it. I could show you a video of the damn thing. Let's be honest. You're now permanently scarred. Your x-rays will now permanently show that you had this virus. Well done. But yeah, it's a hoax. You now take a look at it where it's in London. And of course, at the very early stages, Boris got it. Couldn't happen to a better man, right? I'm kidding. I don't wish it upon anybody. But then, as it battled back and forth, and now, of course, he's in a tier quote 4 zone, a new made-up thing that Parliament haven't even had a choice to vote on. It's a load of cockadoodle-doo. Oh my gosh. Okay, 5 meters away, man. That's cool. See, that's wrong. I would not have collect. It's that. See, that's Carl. That's where the problems start. Now you've interacted essentially with someone with that virus because you've taken the payment. Everything else was fine, apart from, well, actually, let's break it down. So you delivered the tiles, check. You had all your gear on, and you kept a safe distance. Bingo. I assume you had some sanitizer or something afterwards. What I don't like is the fact that it was in a garage, so it's and in a enclosed space. Not the best, okay? And then the final nail in the coffin is that you had to get the money from the person. Whoever it was, your boss, whoever the idiot was that said you had to get the money versus a virtual, payment, through a card payment or whatever, that was silly. I don't blame you. Don't touch it at all. In fact, the best thing that you could, to do is to open. It depends on where your van is. If it's safe, open up all the doors of your van and windows. Okay, leave it. Let it air out. Okay, and where that bag is, get another bag to rebag it and spray disinfectant all the way through your van and just leave it. Wear gloves, wear a mask, a proper mask, by the way, full on face shield with a mask. That's how you do a serious cleaning. There's actually general guidelines on how to clean a spot. Do not just take something stupid. Yeah, you need to fumigate your van, really. That's what you need to do. Question is, John, what's next? Is there... They cannot stop the dollar cross. They're planning like... Thank you, Carl. Full push, man. Honestly, I don't have a clue what is going on worldwide as far as the US dollar, the Canadian dollar, the British pound. British pound, guys, is something to seriously look at. Not just because here I'm in Britain right now, okay? But because Brexit, as of the 31st, New Year's, woohoo! Yep, we're out of the EU entirely, period. Gone. Or so they say. So no one really has a clue. I can't find any information about it. But essentially, that's it. We are out of the EU. So that means that I believe if I send Christian CR62 or whatever he's now on, I can't remember. If I send him a package in Germany, he's going to now get taxed potentially on this. Even if I send it as goods or whatever, I have to now undervalue it and rethink that. That's going to be an interesting one. All fiat currencies are devaluing like crazy. Yep, and that's why you should be buying and stocking up on physical precious metals. Physical. But do not neglect the digital side of things, because digital right now is amazing. You can actually just interchange it for money itself. If you're unsure about that, don't do it. Okay, just stick with your physical. Also, here's another top tip. I keep 3 different forms of cash in a safe. I keep the current cash here, the pound for the UK. I keep, I better do it this way, the euro. I don't want to give anyone the middle finger. And I keep US dollars. Why is that? Well, then I got all 3. Something's going to stick, and I'm going to be fairly safe. So physical gold and silver, I'm all in. However, I've recently started Bitcoin. Yeah, right. Right. Everyone, I please. I'm not going to mention a hell of a lot, Grace here. Listen to Grace for God's sakes, okay? She knows what the donkey she's talking about. Grace, I'm actually really proud that you've done that. You of all people know I've been into the whole CBDC right now, working with with that. I've been working with the whole Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and everything else. I have no idea what's going to happen. That's why I hold physical, I hold cards, I hold different accounts. It's ridiculous. Some of my accounts, like the ISA savings account, they're almost at the point of charging me to have them. So those are going to get soon moved. So yeah, and as far as other things like other bullions and vaulting services, if you haven't already considered it, if you do vault your items, consider pulling them back. There's a reason about that. If everything hits the fan, you want it with you, right? With the vaulting service, it's great. I don't mind. They've been vaulting my stuff for a while, let's put it that way. But I've already have plans sorted, things are happening. I'm not going to be vaulting anything anymore for the foreseeable future at the moment, and I've explained to them why. Yep. Well, that's the only way to do it, as far as I was concerned, Grace, because you're getting 0.002, I think, on one of my accounts. What the heck? Just like the outline and confiscation. Yeah. Bitcoin from capital banks. Dead end. No, Grace, stop. Stop using the vaulting services. Period. Honestly, I give you this with all of my love and respect in my heart. There's a number of vaulting services. There's only 5 of them in the UK. I think I mentioned this to you. I did use that same service at one time. The charges were ridiculous. I moved it onto a different vaulting service that literally is a vault underground and everything else in the UK. And they come by, they picked up my bullion, they put it into a box and sealed it. Get your bullion back. Pay the fees if you have, if you've done your non-tax things. My bullion was always physically picked up and brought there. I've only paid a storage fee and I paid the insurance fees. Get your bullion back, period. It's better to physically have it at the moment, especially with the Brexit and the situation, than not. Because going back to 1960s, yeah, all of a sudden, and history does repeat itself, that bullion can suddenly go away. The Jewish community suffered severely on that one. Now, I'm not Jewish. In fact, actually, I have no religion. But let's be brutally honest here. It's not a safe place, not even in Switzerland. And Switzerland were a horrible place to have your bullion. Um, Absolutely. It's better than putting it into a savings account or anything else, and it's better than having it as physical cash. Personally, at the moment, make sure obviously you have enough money digitally so that you can pay your bills online and to buy your groceries or whatever online. But for everything else, for like your savings at the moment, stick it in bullion. Buy the cheapest, lowest bullion you can, and I recommend platinum as well to consider, especially in the US where you're not going to be paying a high premium. In fact, you can make a lot of money in the US by selling platinum to us over here in the UK. And Carl, I'll be happy to one-to-one conversation with you on a lot of that kind of side. Grace, I'm always happy to talk to you about that as well. But if history repeats itself, the government confiscates your gold. Yes, and no. The government didn't confiscate the gold per se. Yes, they did. That was more on the American side, but in the UK and in Europe, it got stolen. So of course we had troops coming in and all that. Well, I'm at the point where mine will actually be so secure. Good luck. Secondly, you guys know what I'm capable of. I'm not going to say a heck of a lot. And it will be on my dying breath before anyone gets hold of anything. Well, see, and that's the reason why I'm not going to actually show you guys where, what, and whatever I have. Luckily, the agreement that I have with the company that has been vaulting everything, serializing it, blah, 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 is between me and them, and the contract is there. That's it. No one else gets involved. As I said, I pay them a percentage, on what the bullion's worth yearly, and I have to pay them the insurance on it. That's it. Sorry, I lied. And I pay delivery costs or pickup costs. So early on this year, I had beginning of the year, I think it's about February, there's about 3 monster boxes that went off to them, plus some gold and other bits and bobs. But yeah, all of this is all coming back, and that's where it's going to stay. But I've been doing this for well over 10 plus years, so it'll be nice to actually see it all again. I've actually seen it once. I can't film there though. Sword confiscate. What the U.S. did was they called it an emergency banking act. Yeah, okay. And the Patriots were to abide by it. Yeah, that was quite funny because a lot of them just said, "Ha, I'm burying my stuff." As an American, I can only say one thing, which is I am very much like a atypical American with your firearms, period. You kind of, I don't want to pick it to any state because I think almost the majority of the Americans, especially the ones who have a firearm, would say over my dead body. And there's a dang good reason why. A, it's going to protect you if you use it right, and B, hopefully you never have to use the dang thing unless you're just target practicing or you're out hunting. That's good. But the way I look at how those things are in the UK here, good luck. I certainly am not a patriot. I have an American passport. I don't have a British one. I am a resident of the UK, a permanent resident, so they can go fly away. It's all my stuff. And I would have all my stuff shipped with me quicker than ever. Probably to, I don't know, Lincoln. Lincoln can hold on to my stuff. Absolutely. Precious metals can be anything. It could be copper, it could be aluminium, it could be lead. I mean, for God's sakes, right now in the USA, it is incredibly difficult to obtain most calibers of firearms. So getting things like 9 millimeter calibers or 223, 243, 308s. No, I'm not just rambling off numbers, folks. These are calibers of different firearms. And it's all because fear. Everyone decided, let's stock up. Rightfully so. Kind of like a toilet roll fear, okay? Don't know why we need a toilet roll. Did everyone think that the virus was going to give us the poops? I have no idea. Um, Lincoln, see, I told you, I knew it. I was just mentioning that, and I just read what you said. Lead and brass, absolutely. I have plenty of lead. I have plenty of brass. I have everything. I have copper. You name it. So I'll have the copper shell as well if I need to, buddy. It's not difficult to make it. So President Hoover famously said in 1933 in a statement to Franklin D. Roosevelt. We have told because we cannot trust governments. Um, I presume what you mean is we have gold because we cannot trust governments. Yeah, yep, there's the correction. Absolutely. Gold, silver, honestly, the things that will make your life basic, and for a lot of you guys in the UK, you won't understand the whole firearm aspect or maybe the weaponized bit, you can actually do a heck of a lot if you know what you're doing. It's basic life skills to a degree. When I was in America, I grew up as a Boy Scout. I got kicked out eventually as a Boy Scout before, yeah. Um, but then, of course, high school, military, blah, 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 come back, civilian, so on and so forth. You learned a lot of skills. You learned to do a lot of different things. And in the UK, pretty much you can set up your perimeter, do whatever you like, and you're awesome. What have I just missed from Carl? I've got gold, silver, copper, brass, and aluminum all in bullion form. So do I. Toilet paper is the next currency. Dang right, full push. I think people have a lot of shares in that stock. Still. Honestly, man, toilet paper. What the heck were people thinking? Dang, need to buy all the toilet paper. Okay, really? Really? I honestly laughed. I waited a week because we always buy things in a month and we had bought it just before. And it was like, okay, oh my God, all this crisis. I was wondering what people were cleaning themselves with. I don't even want to know. And after having kids, as I said, we still have a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old. One of the main things that we do like to do is we keep baby wipes around the house. Now, those are freaking awesome. If you don't have baby wipes, if you don't have kids, get yourself some dang baby wipes. Why? They do everything. They clean a work surface. Don't use them on glass, by the way. That sucks. They smear that. They clean your car, all the plastic stuff. They will clean virtually anything. And even if they're made of just natural materials, oh my God, they have clean stuff. It's insane. Um, but yeah, it's the spreadsheet pandemic. Yes, absolutely. B-days, definitely. Easy to stack toilet paper. No, see, you have to put a rod down, and then you can stack them. So you need some dowels to stick down, yeah? Put a dowel in it, and then they all stand up, and then you put a dowel down, and then they all stand up. Otherwise, they fall over. God, amateurs. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna start up an Ace Bullion dollar with toilet paper. Why not, right? It'll be a joke. Let's start an Ace Bullion dollar toilet paper roll. One Ace Bullion dollar? Two. This one's, the other day, man, that just cost me, $40. Oh, it's a big one. Sorry. That really went from PG to rated. Ugh. Call no, honestly, my wife says I'm not a comedian and I will never become one, but no, seriously, when things really do hit home and things really matter, it bugs the donkeys out of me, and I'm trying to make light of a situation which is incredible. I like that hashtag full push. Oh, brother, man. Oh, full respect. Full push respect. So, yeah, no, on a serious side, it's just crazy. It's insane. Everything is happening about a million miles a minute. People are just, I don't know. I think I have a few categories for people. You have the people who know absolutely everything that there is about, the virus. They've already made up their mind, so they know it. They're not going to accept anything. You have the people who are just paying attention to facts, honest to God facts that they can look from, the health service and have contacts within it. They can see the information. They can do it. That's kind of where I fall under, I'm afraid. I don't tend to say anything because if I say anything, I'm going to get muted. So forget that. Then you have the people have fears or like an apprehension. 1 second. Arg. Ah, typical. Who's knocking? Nice. 1 minute, I'll get him for you. Caleb! Caleb! Now! $2:30, be back by. Frankie's here. Go, talk to him. Oh my God. Youngest son, kids, still in the house. What the heck? I needed just to breathe in and breathe out there. But yeah, did you lock the door? Mucho loco. I'm not going to say the rest. I can't seem to get any here. What? Anyone here have any great Thunder Gold Corp? Grace, I've not heard of Thunder Gold Corp. Is that the little tiny 1 gram bars? Because I think what it is that. Oh, block trade. Yeah. Okay, I know what that is. Can't seem to find a broker. Right, yeah. See, I found someone that was doing those types of. It's actually a scheme, really. I'll put you onto them. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't. Right, okay. All right? It's not the same one then. But this one here was offering you, hey, put your money here digitally. It was kind of like it wasn't Coinbase is actually okay, but the premiums are stupid. Um, but it was another kind of form. And what the heck are you? My son is a mental basket. And what they would do is they give you a sheet, and you'd sell them, and yeah, that's how it worked. Kimchi Baka, how are you doing, buddy? Super nice to see you, man. You've missed the rant at the very beginning. Honestly, it was a heck of a rant. I'm sick and tired of these things. But hashtag revolt is what is going under. In fact, I'm going to type it here, man, just because I am tired of it. That is my new thing. Hashtag revolt. I am proud to say it. You're going to find that on the back of my Jeep. It is coming soon. Very, very soon. It's awesome. Just seen Eric Sprott got like 14% of his company. I'm intrigued. Kimchi man, if seriously, do not worry at all. You probably seen it on my Facebook anyway. I think I'm not sure. The I'm not going to get back into it. Rewatch it from the beginning. It gets funnier as we go on. Oh, they're in Canada. Okay, there's one in the UK that's seriously, it is an absolute scam. So, okay, that's cool. If they're in Canada, do they have a denomination on them on the gold? Oh yeah, I know. Warren Buffett talks out his backside. Let's just be honest with you. Um, he's uh, he's doing everything. The guy's annoying. He flip flops left, right, and center. I still stick with what whatever I say, and then if I'm wrong, I'll actually say, "Hey, look, I'm wrong." He's just like, "Oh no, 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 I seen it coming." Right. Keep the profit for yourself, bud. But no, seriously, I've been telling everyone and saying, besides gold, platinum, platinum, platinum. That's one of the best things you can get into right now is platinum. If you haven't taken a look, look at it. Um, and look at who you can sell it to. In the UK, for a start, hands up, I'm a buyer. And I bet you in here, there's a number of people here who are also buyers. So if you're in America or if you're in Canada, you have a lot of potential. Well, actually, Canada, you're going to get taxed. So if you're in America, you have a heck of a lot of potential buyers here in the UK already. Um, Platinum, well, for a start, palladium is not highly recognized, and it's only worth buying if you're going to buy something that's substantial enough to compensate for it. Platinum is going to be, in my opinion, and I don't. If you follow this channel, if you watch my videos, I've never made a prediction ever. Platinum is going to be close to gold, as in, I mean, right now the two are closer than ever. Before it was just over silver as far as value wise, but platinum is definitely easier to sell on and to hold. They're using platinum more and more for a ton of things that's happening, both medical and world developments. Palladium is just an element, but yet they still use it for a few applications. It's not as versatile. Platinum definitely is more versatile. Um, they've switched things that palladium. I mean, they've even pulled that for catalytic converters because it used to be all platinum, and that was the best thing ever. And they're getting rid of all that because what they're trying to do is convert everything over to electric. But that's another subject, another day. Platinum, though, is something that is building, 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 and with gold mining going down, platinum mining has gone down even further, which means that the platinum value has always been shooting up and up and up. So I used to be able to buy platinum for in Britain about 80, 85, 75 to 85 pounds for a tenth of an ounce. You can't buy one of those now for less than about, if you get a good deal, about 140, 150 pounds, for a tenth of an ounce of platinum. Um, and of course, that's because of taxes and all of that rubbish. Grace, yeah, seriously, I highly recommend it. I've shown it in my videos. It is truly amazing. Rhodium. Rhodium used to be, yeah, well, see, take a look at rhodium. That rhodium bar by the Silver Trader. The rhodium bar was significantly higher than the price that he advertises. Now, he's actually put it out of reach. He doesn't really want to sell it, in my opinion, which is fine. That's cool. But try to buy a rhodium bar, look around. Um, and they are there. They're, again, that's the uh, very rich gambling metal, shall I say? Because that went from nothing below platinum to sky high. I think platinum is heading in that direction. Um, Bad joke. Um, yep. So, but platinum will definitely, in my opinion, will definitely exceed, the gold price at some point. And yeah, it could be the next quote rodeo in my view. Now, do I think it's going to happen overnight? Absolutely not. That's why I say buy small so that you can sell it. It's easier to sell, to get rid of. But it also, you hopefully will be able to make a profit. Yeah. Well, when I first saw rhodium as 1 ounce, I was able to buy it for less than gold. And I thought, woohoo! Sorry, less than what gold is now. I was like, woohoo! And then I wish I actually bought a couple of those 1 ounce bars. I know some people who had and bought 10 ounce bars and even bought 100 gram bars. And, I thought, well, that's cool, but why are you buying this? And I never understood it. And they said, oh, trust me, you'll see. Those same people are buying platinum as much as they can right now. And I ask them why, and they say the same thing. Wait, you're going to see. Well, everything that I've seen so far says buy platinum. And that's it. So I've been buying platinum. I've been telling folks to buy platinum. And at the beginning of the year, if you bought platinum and you look at it from then to what it is now, the value has shot up an awful lot. Kimchi Man, it's good to see you, brother. Be safe. I hope you're, you know, I saw you made about a joke. Absolutely, brother. Just have fun and be safe, man. Dude, if copper goes up like that, I am a billionaire. Yeah, very easily. I have more copper than I know what to do with. I should be pouring it. Why not, right? Instead, I just give it away. It's one of those things, brother. Much love. Um, but yeah, copper is definitely one of those things. Is just have them in bars and everything else. Aluminium or aluminum bars. You just stick them. You pile them up. Big Stack McGee would actually be really, really happy. I guarantee you that much. I mean, his is bigger than my stock for his alternative metals, and that's super awesome. But he does a lot of really cool things. Grinds up some stuff. He puts a lot more work into it than his video makes out to be. If you're not subscribed to him, it's worthwhile to watch it. By the way, I like his videos a lot, and the guy never sells anything. Don't like him for that. So. Oh yeah, me too. Um, but have you noticed, by the way, speaking of copper, that big industries such as Umicore, PAMP, um, oh crikey, whoever the heck does the American Silver Eagles, they now have their own bars. Hmm. So that's saying something. Copper is something to look out for. It keeps going up and down. If you actually look at it per ounce, you wonder why. So, but they are making a pretty good profit right now on copper. So they've started pouring their own bars. So copper is one to actually seriously watch. Keep stacking your copper, don't sell it. Unless, of course, you're going to make, some copper jackets. Thank you, Grace. I knew it had to be something. Golden Statement, yes. And then there's one other who does the bullets. They make the silver bullets is it Silvertown? Or are they the ones who just sell them? I can't remember. Absolutely, yeah. And to be fair, it's something that you can just build up, spend, let's say, £100, $100. You got a nice bit there. You can look at it and go, wow. and you take £100 or $100, you then convert it to silver. It's like, convert it to gold. It's like, let me just look through my jeweler's loop. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Outmax was the one that was doing it as well. Yeah. There are a number of people doing it. So if you're seeing the main mints doing something, that's something to watch. So just personal views, really, guys. Personal views. Um, it does tarnish, but auto sol is amazing. Cleans it right up. Little tiny bit auto sol, all clean. All the green from the tarnishing goes away. You can't really do that on silver. You can't really do that on gold. So yeah. Anyway, folks, that is pretty much about it. I am sick to death, and I'm gonna have some videos coming up. In fact, I have. Let's see here. I'm still waiting, if anyone from the Silver Forum is on, for Silver Stan. I hope he's okay, by the way. But I have lots of silver. Look at this, lots of silver. And I got even more silver as well for reviews. Yes, so there's lots of reviews coming my way. And I haven't even opened those yet, so that gets you an idea. But seriously, I think anyone in the UK needs to really kind of say enough's enough. Personally, that's my view. Wear the mask, keep distance, wash your hands, keep, sanitizer on standby. I'm not sure. I've had some of those call that have been heat shrunk and they haven't worked still. But you never know because it's the actual detergent itself, and once the oxygen molecules get it, so you're gonna have to transfer it from one place to another. Regardless, what you're doing is you're trapping that molecule inside, and it's hitting that compound that already makes it up. So if it's gonna tarnish, it's gonna tarnish, and if it's not, then you're lucky. So, but anyway, folks, that's all I got time for. Well, it's not really all I got time for. I really need to go and get some coffee and to relax a little bit. Don't video angry. Man, you just wait until you see how my driving is. I'm not going to drive angry, but I will be showing you some behind the wheel, some bits from the UK on there. But no, on a serious basis, guys, you guys are more than welcome. I think the UK needs to kind of stand up now and say enough's enough. It is ridiculous. And, I've been advising everyone for God knows how long, to just listen, follow, let's be a sheep. Now I'm saying stand up and revolt, do the sensible thing, use your mask, keep distance and, keep clean. But apart from that, don't isolate yourself. Don't keep, meaning, unless of course you have to by law, okay? If you have to by law, then isolate, meaning if you have the virus or someone has it near you, you must isolate. Apart from that, if you're fit, you're healthy, you're well, go enjoy life, okay? Enjoy it. Who the heck knows how long we have left on this planet? I am sick and tired. I've spent my entire year doing nothing. Now, I'm going to start enjoying it, and hopefully you guys get to see some funny bits as well. But I'm still going to do my normal stuff. I'm still going to be here on Christmas Day. In fact, even though I got my family that's going to be here, I've already told them that we are going to be having a fun Christmas Day live stream chat, fun bit, whatever the heck you want to call it. It could be a miserable, grumpy old man's club and stroke women. Yeah, we're going to have fun on Christmas one way or another, make each other laugh. And I'll do it on StreamYards So if any of you guys want to pop up, you're more than welcome to. Um, so, oh, see, that's funny. Mine's open, but you can only do lengths. Grace, that's it. Um, you're in tier 4 now, Carl. Bloody hell. That's not cool, buddy. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Hold on. You're down in London way, aren't you? I remember. So, yeah, you are in that down southy bit. So, yeah, tier 4 in London, southeast. That's right. Yep. And I'm all the way up in the northeast, but I'm in northeast Yorkshire. And yeah, we'll see. I'm sure I sent you something anyway, Carl. I don't have your address on file, but I'm just coming to me as I'm saying it. Anyway, guys, yeah. So if you're not doing anything on Christmas and you want to have fun, just want to have a basic chat, chin wag, please be my guest. I'm going to be streaming live, especially just to connect with everyone, and have some fun, have a good time. Um, you know, I don't expect anything to happen apart from you guys to enjoy yourself. Reg, you've just caught the end of the stream, my brother. Um, it was more of a ranty stream. I need to make sure I turn off the stupid, um, whatever you call it, monetizing bits, because this is one that will definitely be flagged. Um, so anyway, guys, thank you very much for kind of listening. Thank you for actually your input. Your input on this subject has been tremendous. Whether we've seen eye to eye or not, your input was, really important to me. But as I said, I was here to give you basic facts, genuine facts, no BS, and I was cutting out all the rubbish. At this rate, you have out of 100% at the max, you got like a 2 to a 2.5% chance, if you do catch it, of death. You know what? I'm at that risk. I'm happy to take it. But anyway, lots of love. Be safe, everyone. Bye for now. Again, thank you so much for watching, tuning in, and just integrating with me. And I'll see you guys at Christmas. Well, I'll see you before then, actually, but see you at Christmas. Lots of love. Be safe. Bye.